Alright everybody, welcome to another rousing edition of That's Not Coffee. I'm joined with
Stuart,
Albo, Lex.
Hi. And this is something I picked up from the market across the street. It's called Kawa Orkizawa, which as you all know in Polish means spelt coffee. But let's first give it like a little smell test. Aren't you glad you agreed to do this?
Oh, okay.
It's a little horse stable-y.
oh, that's not as bad as the last one.
Yeah. I think you nailed it though. It smells kind of like hay.
Yeah. No, it smells kind of like cocoa powder that's really old.
Old cocoa powder.
Oh yeah, like definitely like in grandma's cupboard for like 20 years.
So I have Google Translate here, and it's not all translating, but it says add 1 heaped teaspoon of coffee in Przelkzanu. I'm guessing that means cup? And then pour it in a container and let it wait for 23 minutes. I'm pretty sure that means 2 or 3 minutes. And then let stand for 5 to 10 minutes. Oh! Shit. 2, 3, 4. It actually does look like coffee. It's got like the viscosity of coffee. It's like pretty dark looking. Some of the coffee in the past looked like more like tea. This actually does look like coffee. Yeah, so give it a smell first.
Burned.
It's a little coffee-ish.
A little.
That doesn't smell that bad.
It's
It
got, like-
smelled worse in the container.
Yeah, it's got like a roasty kind of smell.
The bubbles have kind of that like rainbow sheen that like antifreeze has.
Just drink it.
Oh, that's
Ah.
bad.
Okay.
That's sour, but like almost how I
Actually-
like my coffee.
Actually,
What's wrong with you?
this is kind of like coffee.
Yeah.
Is it? It's like coffee
Yeah.
with like
Actually,
an old sponge
no, hold on.
soaking in it.
No, it's not.
God.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Really?
I really thought that this was going to be terrible, but this is not that bad.
This is like the
Not a
Polish
fan.
roots inside of you. When you're
Yeah, it's-
speaking.
It's coming out.
Stirring the
Yeah.
spirit.
I mean, I'm half Polish too,
Actually,
but that half is not half.
Honestly,
Well, it's being overtaken by your Italian coffee snobbery.
Exactly the case.
well, I mean, I made a promise not to drink coffee until I took up mountain climbing, and I haven't climbed that mountain yet, and I feel a little guilty drinking this.
Wow, that's an
That
endorsement.
much like coffee.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
pretty good. Honestly, like in terms of like I drink really bitter black coffee.
You would think this was coffee if someone gave it to you and said it was coffee.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it was good coffee, but I would think it was coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same. I would think there's something wrong with it, but
It's definitely an issue.
it's like bad. Like it tastes like maybe like they cut it with something like to make it cheaper.
Well, it doesn't have any of the like nutty flavor that you get with coffee, and it's missing
Yeah.
that little
just
coffee
like a zing.
thing.
Right.
But it's got a sweetness to it. It's got like the right kind of bitter, and like the right balance of like bitter to like herbal sort of that coffee tends to have.
It's very planty.
It's very
Planty.
planty.
Yeah, it's got a grainy taste.
It's shocker.
But not a grainy texture, but a grainy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's very smooth and watery as
But-
coffee is.
I mean, I don't like bitter coffee. I don't like black coffee. I like it with milk and sugar. So let's try it with milk and sugar, and maybe that will make taste better for me.
Oh,
Oh.
that actually looks like coffee.
It does look like coffee. It doesn't look like gray sadness like the other ones did.
Wow.
I like it better.
It tastes like coffee.
Yeah, it's like coffee.
It's
I
coffee-ish.
don't know. I feel like the grain flavor comes through a lot stronger.
Maybe that's the thing. Like, this doesn't taste like coffee as much, but it's easier to drink. Like, black, I was just like, this tastes too bitter and awful for me to actually drink a whole cup. I could actually sit down and drink this whole thing.
The closest to coffee that we've had yet,
Oh, really?
I would say.
Does this, like, this satisfies, like, your want for coffee?
Wouldn't say it satisfies it. It makes me want coffee more because I like remember now what coffee tastes like.
It's a gateway drug.
This is brings back memories of coffee, but it misses the mark.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
sad.
Stu does not drink coffee, although he can drink coffee. He chooses not to for the time being for his own personal reasons. Lex, you don't drink coffee.
Can't drink coffee. No caffeine, gal.
You can't have caffeine. Does this, like, remind you of coffee and satisfy the need for coffee?
I don't remember it tasting this awful. I don't know. I was always like, heaps of cream and sugar on everything, please, because that's my jam. But I make everything into a dessert. But I don't remember it being this, like, ridiculous and bitter, and definitely not this planty.
Yeah, there's really no point because you're gonna drink this and feel kind of like you're drinking coffee and be a little depressed, and then
I think you're projecting,
you're
Stu.
not gonna be awake in the
Yeah.
end. Like, what's the point? Like, this is like nihilism coffee.
Yeah, like, if I were at a hotel and, like, they gave me terrible coffee that tasted like this, I would drink it for the caffeine. But the fact that this does
Right.
not have the caffeine just makes this
Exactly.
Why
disappointing.
would you choke down hotel coffee just for fun?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
with no benefits at all. You know,
Yeah.
and yet I'm still
That
drinking
makes
this. I'm gonna
I'm-
finish this cup.
I'm drinking it too.
It's
I don't.
kind of just out of force of habit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just automatically, like, in my hand, I feel like I have coffee.
This is like eating carrots when you quit smoking. It's like you have like that kind of like oral fixation that you get.
I'm not. Now that
Yeah.
there's sugar. But when there was no sugar, I was
It was
into
you're
it.
more important.
I was into it.
Okay, let's give this a rating out of 1 to 5 coffee beans on how like coffee. You decided to be in this video. You have to deal with it. Out of 1 to 5 coffee beans on how much this is like coffee, how many beans would you give it? Not how good it is, but how
Right.
much like coffee.
I would say it is just like coffee.
No, it's not. It's not just like coffee.
You would give it 5 beans?
No.
You can give however many beans you want.
You're wrong, though.
Guys,
You're messing up the
guys.
system. Because this is different enough from coffee that,
No.
like, that weird wheat flavor,
Stu,
the vegetable flavor.
Stu, wait your turn. Alvo.
I would say that this is weird coffee,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't say that's not coffee.
Yeah. So you would give it a 5?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay.
I'm not going to 5.
Like I said, it tastes like coffee with a sponge in it to me still.
Okay.
So it's just like, what did you do to my drink? I'm gonna give it a 3.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.
But it is so like coffee.
Okay, 3.5.
Yeah.
Give it a
You can be
3.5.
swayed.
Alright. Stu.
3.5 is what I was gonna give it to. There are identifiable other flavors in this besides the flavor that I would call a coffee flavor. There's a weird wheat flavor that I can taste that's like doesn't belong there, but it's like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3.5 beans like coffee.
Excellently put. Lex, please.
I feel like it's kind of like if you had like a little kid who had like maybe seen you like make coffee multiple times and you're like, make me some coffee, and they're like, sure, and like really, really messed it up, but like it still came out like kind of like coffee, as if you could like drink it for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's this.
Drink it for Mother's Day coffee.
4 beans.
4 beans, 3.5, 3.5, 4.5. This gets 4 beans, guys. 4 beans. So a pretty close approximation if you want coffee badly and you can't have
So
caffeine.
badly.
Spelt is maybe a good way to go. It's caffeine free. It kind of reminds you a little bit like coffee. Gets 4 beans overall, and yeah, worth checking out.
You know, he who spelt it, dealt it.
Leave. Hey guys, before you click out, I just want to talk to you for 1 second. I want to tell you about my Patreon page that I started, okay? Patreon is a way of viewers of my series to contribute and help make my series even greater. So go and check it out. Just click on this screen. Actually, click on these bunnies here to be brought to... Hi, I know! Click on these bunnies here to go to my Patreon page where you can learn more about how to make my series even greater. Come on. They're adorable. Don't you want to click on them? Yes, don't bite me.